Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James and this is Astro Motivation, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little inspiration and motivation per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before a time of iPhones and iPads and this and that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly where our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get into it. Today I'm excited to bring you a very interesting and not very well-known topic, and that is the moon being your husband in astrology. Now, astrology is a very multifaceted and multidimensional type of practice, and so will your husband. And so we've gone over the Jupiter is your husband, we've gone over Jupiter or Juno being the husband, we've even gone into the North Node, giving you layers into who your husband will be. And now we dive deeper into the moon, actually giving you some deeper layers as to who your spouse will be and the emotionality that your partner will provide. Again, astrology is a very multi-layered and multi-dimensional practice, and so will your husband, okay? They will not be just a cookie cutter, one size all. They will have multi-facets to them. They will offer different things about them. They will have different layers to their personality. And this topic is going to be on the emotionality of the partner and what they will provide, what the tone of marriage will be for you and your spouse, what they will bring to the table, okay? And usually it correlates with your moon sign and the house that your moon is in, okay? And so I would highly recommend that you go ahead and grab your chart and really find where your moon sign is, what house it's in, what sign it is in, and then match it with the matching timestamp. Click the timestamp that correlates with that. I would also highly recommend diving a little bit deeper into the Vedic alternative or the Vedic perspective of your moon sign and the house it is in. And for that, I always recommend the Moonly app. I've linked it in the description box below, but the Moonly app will also give you, from the Vedic perspective, what your husband can be like, who they'll be, you know, by you locating exactly where it will be for you. I would also highly recommend the Moonly app just in general, because there's also a love compatibility table that you can pull up or generate from that app, and so much more as far as love, marriage, and compatibility goes, okay? And so I'll leave that in my description box below, but without further ado, I'm so excited to be diving a little bit deeper into astrology with you all, and to be bringing this little known secret to you around the moon correlating with your husband and spouse within astrology, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's say you have moon in Aries or moon in the first house. Now this is going to show that your partner is going to be someone who is going to have layers to their personality or layers to their emotionality, that they're going to be quite independent. Okay, they're going to also be very passionate, very fiery. They may also like to spar. They will be someone that is very brave or doesn't shy away from conflict. Okay, they're going to be someone that's very forthright, maybe a little bit aggressive. But you know, whenever I see a moon in Aries or a moon in the first house, do know that your partner is going to want to take the lead in some way, shape, or form. Okay, they're going to want to take the lead. All right, and they may even be a bit aggressive about it. Okay, or they're going to have that protective quality about them. They're going to have that warrior streak to them around their personality and who they are, okay? Especially on a more emotional front with you. You know, they may want to take the lead in the bedroom, or they may want to take the lead within the relationship between you two. Now, however, whoever they are in the world may differ, right? But who they are with you is going to be where that moon is, the tone of marriage and the emotionality between you and the person. They are going to carry that leadership spirit. They are going to be someone who is very fiery, very passionate, and, you know, also a tad bit independent. Okay, so this is what can be seen here with this energy of moon in the first house. Okay, so do be ready for that. Let me know if you have someone in mind that you may think carries this energy, or if you have a spouse already and they carry a very fiery, warlike spirit at times. You know, they don't shy away from conflict. They're someone that doesn't really back down. They could be someone that is very passionate about how they feel, and sometimes it's hard for you to maybe talk them off the ledge of how they feel or whatnot, but they are going to be someone who is competitive at heart, maybe athletic in their spirit. They're going to be someone that is a hustler, a go-getter. You know, they're going to be quite independent, quite passionate, wants to spar a little bit, but you know, it is with that passion and with that constant back and forth that they actually, you know, are able to show their love for you, if that makes sense. Okay, it's where the love grows deeper. Okay, so that is for my moon in Aries or my moon in first housers out there, all right? Let's say you have a moon in the second house or a moon in Taurus. When it comes to the emotionality of your partner and what they're gonna provide, or the tone of marriage or what they're gonna provide for you in life, do know that they are gonna bring a certain sense of emotional security towards you, okay? You're gonna attract someone who will bring that emotional stability and consistency to the table. They're gonna be someone that makes you feel safe, makes you feel like everything's okay. You know, in those relationships that you may have had prior to those partners, or the partner that is meant for you, where you may feel emotionally a little scared, or you may feel emotionally unsettled, or you may feel like, I don't know how this person feels about me, or I don't know if tomorrow they're gonna feel the same way. With this partner, when you have a moon in the second house or a moon in Taurus, you're gonna be settled, okay? You're gonna feel it in your soul and your heart that this person, the way they show up, the way they treat you, the way they express their emotions, that it makes you feel very safe, okay? Very secure. You're not gonna need to worry emotionally about how they feel. And then they may also just bring to the table security in general, right? They may be very consistent with you. They may be very good with money. They may be someone that is loyal towards you, all right? Very sensual. They will definitely bring a sensual vibe to the table, you know, but you will also find that your values may align with this person. You know, you will have common values, common beliefs, common goals even with this energy of moon in Taurus or moon in the second house, all right? So this is quite the, you know, stable, consistent, loyal type of emotional nature that the partner will bring. They will bring a sensual vibe. You will feel very, very safe. The key word is safe here, okay? So for those who have ever been on a long road towards your prince or your prince charming, or towards your spouse, you know, do know that this partner is going to provide you with emotional security more than anything, because they are going to be someone that is like emotionally secure, if that makes sense. They're going to be someone very sensual in nature. All right, so let me know if you are excited for this. Let me know if you are, if you already have a spouse, or if you have someone in mind that may provide that already sense of safety towards you, where you just don't have to worry. You know, you can sleep easy at night knowing that this person has got your back. They're going to be in your life. They're showing up. They're providing that sense of security to you, and they will be this way even before you marry them. Okay, that may be the thing that gets you to marry them, is because you just feel so safe. You know, like you would be on the phone with your girlfriends or your friends, and they're asking you, so what's going on in the relationship? And you're just like, everything just feels good. I don't know. It just doesn't, I'm not worried. Like, you will feel that way. That will be the key feeling in the relationship, and what your partner, what your spouse, what your husband will provide for you, okay? So let me know if you have any, you know, any planets conjuncting your moon in the second house. Let me know what sign your moon is. If it's in the second house, it could be in a different sign. Let me know. I'll write that in the comments below, and I'll write back to you exactly what that could be transpiring for you. But this person is going to definitely provide security, both emotionally, physically, and even potentially even financially. All right, so without further ado, I'm wishing you all the best, much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye. Let's say you have moon in Gemini or moon in the third house. Do know that with this energy, you will attract a partner who will be emotionally very adaptable. Okay, they'll be very witty. They will be someone who really does emotionally connect with you through the mind, meaning that they will be someone who wants to keep an open rapport with you. They will be someone who wants to give you the play-by-play on the daily. You know, they will really want to run by you and tell you what's been going on during their day. There will be someone that's maybe texting you all day. There will just be an open line of communication and talkativeness, okay? This person will be very witty, very curious. They'll be highly versatile, highly adaptable. They'll be someone who may even be very well socially connected, whether it be the people in the local, you know, community or in the local neighborhood. They'll just be someone that's very well connected, if that makes sense, okay? And so they will be someone that may even be very youthful in spirit, or very youthful in their energy, okay? Or within their personality. They'll be very youthful, even in their physicality. They may even be someone that may be younger than you, or they will just be youthful in their spirit, okay? So this is what can be seen with this energy of moon in Gemini or moon in the third house, okay? Highly curious person, highly talkative person, highly adaptable. They will also be someone that may even be very good with their words, okay? They could be someone that can, you know, talk themselves out of anything or talk themselves into your heart, if that makes sense, okay? When they speak to you, they just open you up. They're able to open you up. They're able to disarm you. They're able to just, you know, get their way through their words with you. They may also be someone that is very good with their writing, okay? Their writing, their speaking abilities, their communication is gonna be A1 with this energy. But this gives me very much the energy of someone with moon in Gemini or moon in the third house, where, you know, they will be very empathetic in their speech. The way they speak to you is going to be like speaking to your soul. You know, they're going to be someone that really wants to talk about emotions with you quite a lot or quite often. And that is going to be the nature of their personality, if that makes sense. That's going to be the nature of their emotionality. How you're going to get to their emotions is going to be through the mind, you know, through kind of logic and just speaking, if that makes sense. So this is what happens when you have a moon in the third house or a moon in Gemini. They may even have a big connection towards their neighborhood, or a big connection towards their siblings with this energy, okay? So they may even be a twin. Okay, so this is what can be seen when you have a moon in Gemini or a moon in the third house. Let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you already have someone in your life that kind of fits this kind of mold or this personality or emotionality of the partner, because this may be the one for you, if so. Let me know if you also have anything conjuncting your moon, okay? Whether it be in Gemini or in the third house, let me know if you have anything conjuncting that moon, because that will also be something that adds into the layers of your spouse, okay? Layers of the personality, of the complexities of your spouse, okay? So without further ado, I'm wishing you all the best. Much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye. Let's say you have a moon in Cancer or a moon in the fourth house. With this energy, this is going to be a very, very emotional type of spouse. You know, this is going to be a video where we're talking about the emotionality of the spouse. And so for you, this is going to be times 10, because the spouse is just going to be quite emotional. Okay, they're going to be someone very deep. They're going to be someone that's very domestically oriented. They could be a homebody. They could be someone that's just very nurturing, very empathetic, very caring, very soothing, right? They will be someone that has those parental kind of qualities to them. You know, they will want to be your parent, and then they will want to be the parent to your children, right? They will be someone that really is having that kind of familial vibe. They will be someone very, very domestic, very emotionally attuned, all right? They may even feel like you're a therapist. And so you will feel that when you attract this person that you are cared for, okay? That's the key word with this energy. You will feel cared for. You will feel nurtured. You will feel like this person just wraps you in a big hug of their energy, if that makes sense. Like, that is what it will feel like. You may even feel that this person can heal you, or they will aim to heal you. They will aim to heal those wounds that you have harbored, that you have held within you, or that you have been needing to release. They will be a vessel for you to heal through, okay? They will want to heal you, nurture you, you know? They will be that way when you have a moon in the fourth house or a moon in Cancer, okay? So let me know if you vibe with this. Let me know if you are excited for a spouse who will be kind of very emotionally intelligent. Your spouse, you will not have to train them or tell them, hey, you need to be a little bit more soft, or you need to be a little bit more open, or you will not need to tell your spouse that. If anything, you might need to tell your spouse, hey, you need to like turn off those emotions. You need to stop being so emotional. You know, you may have that kind of problem. But with this energy, they're going to be someone very family oriented, very, very soothing, very empathetic, very intuitive, all right? You may not be able to lie to this person because they will be quite intuitive with this energy, okay? And so remember, this video adds into the layers and the complexities of the human being that you will attract, okay? If you have been watching my Jupiter video, if you've been watching my Juno video, if you've been watching my North Node video around the spouse, do know that this just adds into the overall complexity and personality of your spouse, okay? Because no human being is one thing. Does that make sense? So this just added into the bucket of the human that you are going to be attracting, all right? They're gonna have these layers to their emotionality. They're gonna be someone's very, very, very emotional, all right? And they're gonna value emotions, and they're gonna express their emotions, and they're gonna wanna heal you, and they're gonna wanna start a family with you, and they're gonna be very domestic, okay? So let me know if you vibe with that. Also, let me know if there are any interesting, let me know if there are any interesting points or planets that are, you know, percolating around your moon, okay? Like if you have something conjunct the moon, let me know that in the comments below, and I'll write back to you exactly what that could mean as far as the emotionality of your spouse, okay? Because that could be quite important for you, all right? It could be quite a big clue for you as well. So without further ado, I am wishing you all the best, much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye. Let's say you have a moon in Leo or a moon in the 5th house. With this energy of moon in Leo or moon in the 5th house, do know that your partner is going to bring excitement and fun, okay? You may even meet each other during a moment where you are claiming your joy or reclaiming your joy or trying to have fun or out there just, you know, letting your hair down. You may meet this person during that time of that type of energy or under that type of atmosphere, okay? But do know that they are going to bring fun to the table. They are also going to be someone that's highly romantic or someone that is very dramatic in nature, okay? They will be someone very expressive with their emotions or how they feel as well. Like you really won't be confused as to how they feel with this energy of moon in Leo or moon in the 5th house, okay? They're gonna be someone that is probably very good with children as well with this energy, okay? That's a big tell, is that they're gonna be very good with children. In their emotionality, they're gonna be someone primed for being good with children. They are also gonna be someone that may get a fair share amount of attention in life without really trying, okay? They're gonna be someone that gets just people looking at them, okay, or looking at you both with this energy, okay? But fun is the key word here, excitement is the key word here, drama is the key word here, okay? And they will be someone that brings that to the table, okay? And you will just feel like a kid again around this person. You will feel like a kid, you will feel good, you will feel excited, you will feel like it's just an amusement park with this person, okay? That is the emotional vibe that they will bring to the marriage, to the relationship, if that makes sense, okay? And that may also be what your relationship is centered around. Fun, okay? Fun and, you know, expressing yourself, letting your hair down, things like that. Okay, so let me know if this resonates with you. Do know that, again, this video of moon being your husband is just adding into the complexities of the human that you are going to attract, okay? We've gone over the Juno as your spouse, we've gone over the Jupiter as your spouse, and we've even gone through the North Node as your spouse. And so this is just going to be adding on to the layers of the human that you are going to be attracting, okay? Which is a multifaceted being, okay? They're gonna be someone that has an emotionality, they're gonna have a reputation, they're gonna have a certain, you know, so this is just to add into the little bucket of the human being in which you will attract. And this is just showing you the emotionality and the personality of who they will be, okay? Of how they will be, especially with you in close quarters or in an intimate setting. This is how they will be, okay? It's just fun, excitement, all right? It'll feel like a movie almost with this energy of moon in Leo or moon in the 5th house, all right? So let me know if you resonate with this. Also, let me know if there are any interesting points or planets that are percolating around your moon, okay? If there's anything conjunct your moon, let me know, because that would be very important for you to understand who your spouse is, what they will be like, okay? And write that in the comments below, and I'll write back to you exactly what that could mean for you, okay? Because it could be quite important, all right? So without further ado, I'm wishing you all the best, much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye. Let's say you have a moon in the 6th house or moon in Virgo. Now, with this energy, duty comes to mind, okay? Duty and service comes to mind. And they're gonna be this way towards your emotions. They may want to nurture you. They may want to help you with your day-to-day. They may also be, this would be how they communicate their emotions to you, okay? They may feel at times a bit robotic, because when you have a moon in Virgo or a moon in the 6th house, do know that they are going to show you that they love you through what they do for you, okay? It may not be what they say or how tender they are, but you will be someone that feels like they care for you through what they do for you. That's why the word duty comes to mind, okay? Because they will be someone that's very, they will want to serve you. They will want to help you. They will want to help you succeed, if that makes sense. And in them doing that for you on the daily, this is how you will feel cared for. This is how you will understand or come to understand that, oh, they're showing me that they love me because they've blended my smoothie and they put my vitamins out before I've woken up. oh, they love me because they drive me to work every day and they tell me what I need to do. And you see, that is how you are going to come to understand your partner, is that they are going to be someone that's very dutiful, okay? And this is going to be the emotional nature of your spouse. They may be someone that's very, very attached to their routines, attached to their schedules, attached to their health. They will be someone that will really aim to serve you, is the biggest key word here, okay? So let me know if this is something that you are excited for, okay? Let me know if you are looking for a we are in this together type of partner, because this is going to be the type of partner that you attract, okay? It's going to be you and this person kind of against the world, or you and this person kind of attacking your day so that you both succeed. It gives very much sometimes like power couple energy a little bit, just a little bit. It's not so much of like 10th house, but this is the 6th house, so it's more around you both attacking the day. You want to win at the day, you know, you want to win at your health, you want to be attacking the to-do list together. Like, it's that type of energy that you will find that will come along with the emotionality of your spouse, okay? And like I said, with Virgo moon, they may not be as emotional, but they will be someone that's very service oriented, okay? They will give you what you need. They will give you the basics and then some, if that makes sense. They're going to be someone that's giving towards you to help you improve your life, and that is how they are going to show their emotions. And I hope that makes sense, all right? So let me know if you are excited to receive a human being like that, okay? Now, just to clarify, just to run some things over, remember, this is just an added layer into the complex human in which you are going to attract, okay? We've gone over the Jupiter sign being your spouse. We've gone over Juno being your spouse, and we've even gone as far as going and discovering the North Node as your spouse. And look for those videos on my channel if you haven't seen them. And now we take it a step further to get into a little bit more complex personality of your partner by uncovering the moon, okay, by deciphering the moon, okay? And so this shows the emotionality of the spouse. And so I want you to add this analysis to the bucket of the human being that you will attract, because as human beings, as you know yourself, we are all complex. We are never just one way, all right? And so astrology is a beautiful tool to get into the complexities of those things. So go ahead and add this analysis to the bucket of the human being you will attract, all right? So while you are at it, go ahead and let me know what planets are near your moon, what are conjunct your moon, if there are any planets or points, because that will definitely add into the layer of the complex human you will be attracting in life. And I will write back to you exactly what that could be meaning for you, okay? But my Virgo moon's out there. This is your analysis for the emotionality of your partner. I really do hope that you enjoyed that, all right? Without further ado, I'm wishing you all the best. Much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye. For my moon in Libras, or my people who have a moon in the 7th house, do know that the partner that you are going to attract, their emotional nature is going to be centered around the relationship itself, or relationships as a whole, okay? These people are going to be very relationship oriented, if that makes sense. They're going to really want balance and harmony between you and them, or you and others even. You know, you may find that this person is going to be quite a caring person towards the people around them, or they're going to care about maybe how they are seen, or how they are viewed, or how the relationship itself is viewed, you know, or how they are viewed within the relationships. You may find that the conversations that you have with this person or with your spouse is going to be all around, you know, maybe they're having trouble with their friend, or they having trouble with the mom, or they're having trouble with this one or that one, and you will find that their emotions are quite affected by others, okay? This is that type of energy. Or even not only by others, but by your relationship as well. They're going to be someone that really does want to find harmony and balance between you two. They're going to want equality. They're going to want fairness. They're going to want to have an equal give and take type of rapport with you with this energy. And when that is not offered, they may not feel as good, or you may not feel as good around this relationship. So you will find that you will attract someone who is very relationship oriented and very relationship focused, and they will strive to strike a tone of fairness, harmony, and equality in the relationship, okay? You will find that you feel cared for when things are balanced, when the power is equal, okay? When the structure is equal, right? They will try to bring that type of emotionality towards the table for you, okay? Or they will try to balance out your emotions with this energy, all right? They could even be quite a social character with this energy of moon in Libra, all right? They will be someone very socially graceful. They will know everybody. They will be someone that is always maybe socializing or outside, as the kids say. This is that type of energy, okay? So do know that this just adds into the layers and the complexities of the future spouse in which you will attract in life, okay? We've gone over various different concepts on my channel around the spouse that you will attract. You know, we've gone over through the analysis of Jupiter. We've gone over through the analysis of Juno in the chart. We've even gone as far as to go into the North Node to decipher some of the qualities in which the partner you will attract. And so the moon is no different. The moon just adds another layer to the complex human that you will attract. Because as you know, none of us, you included, is one-dimensional, right? None of us, and even in astrology, if we start to think that way, you know, if we only take Jupiter, if we only take Juno, if we only take, you know, the North Node and say, yep, that's my partner, they're gonna be one way and one way only, we will kind of fail, you see? So it is important to be able to dive deeper, and this is a way that you are able to, throughout the scope of everything that we've learned, put this analysis into the bucket of the human in which you will receive, so that you get to know this person before you even get to know this person. Does that make sense? This is the way that you are able to see the archetype of who you are going to attract. And so with Moon and Libra, this is how they will be, all right? So let me know if you resonate with this. Let me know if you already have someone in your life who may fit this script or who may fit this archetype a little bit, who really centers themselves around fairness, and they want fairness between you and them. You know, they're gonna want equality between you and them, and that's gonna be how they show you that they care for you, is that they want the power structure to be equal. And they're also going to really be someone that's quite social. Let me know if you have someone in your life like that, or like I said, you are excited to receive a partner who is like this, because they will be, all right? And while you're at it, let me know if there are any nearby planets towards your moon or around your moon, okay? If there's anything conjuncting your moon, let me know in the comments below, and I'll write back to you exactly how that can layer into the emotionality of your spouse and who they will be, okay? So without further ado, I am wishing you all the best, much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye. Let's say you have moon in Scorpio or moon in the 8th house. Now with this energy, the layers to your spouse, the spouse that you are going to receive, they are going to be someone that really emotionally wants to merge with you, okay? They're gonna be someone that really almost wants to become one soul with you, all right? They're gonna want openness, they're gonna want vulnerability, they're going to want extreme honesty, even if it's ugly, even if it's gritty. They're gonna wanna know your pain. They're gonna wanna know the ugly side to you, if this makes sense. And they're gonna really wanna come in and merge on a very deep soul level with you. They may even want to not only merge solely with you or emotionally with you, but they may even want to merge finances with you. They may want to merge time with you. They may want to just completely enmesh themselves into you. And so this is going to be something that you will need to be open to, my Scorpio moons or Scorpio 8th housers, all right? This is going to be what they will bring the tone of. You may also find that with this energy, they will really try to, on an intimate scale, like a sexual scale, they will really want to heal you maybe through sex, or they may really want to, they may want to heal you through sex, all right? They may believe that sex is the answer, okay? They may want to say, look, we're having a problem, you're having a problem, you're going through something, let's go to the bedroom and solve it. Like, that is the type of nature that they will have with this energy of moon in the 8th house or moon in Scorpio, all right? You may also find that this person's emotionality, they may be quite deep, all right? They may have a certain sense of depth and power to who they are, and even a little bit of mystique, all right? They may even be attracted to the occult a little bit, or they will be someone that may want to dive deep into occult practices. They may be interested in astrology, numerology, gematria, or anything in the hidden side of life. They will be quite attracted to, if that makes sense, okay? They won't be scared of that, all right? They may even be a symbol of change or a symbol of, transformation in life, all right? They may even come in and transform how you feel, okay? So transformation, vulnerability, merging. Those are the key words for the spouse and the emotional nature and tone of marriage in which you're going to receive with this person. Okay, so let me know if you are excited for that. You know, this is a video where we are diving deeper into the complex layers of your spouse. Okay, and so, you know, we've gone over the Jupiter is your spouse. We've gone over the Juno is your spouse. We've even gone as deep as the North Node, offering layers to who the spouse is. And the moon is no different, okay? This is going to be offering you yet again another layer as to the entire picture and the entire scope of the complex human that you are going to receive in life, okay? And so this is a video that is not meant to negate any of the other analysis that we've discovered through Jupiter or through Juno or through the North Node. It's meant to add on to it. Do you understand? Okay, so because in astrology is multifaceted, and so will the person that you will attract. And I'm sure you can even say for yourself, right? You are a multifaceted person, and it will behoove us to only rely on Jupiter and say, yep, that's my partner. He's only gonna be of this, he's only gonna be of that. No, you're gonna find that living with this partner that they have different facets to their personality. They have different emotional layers to who they are, okay? And so with this moon analysis, add this into the bucket of the full archetype of your spouse and who they will be. That way you get to know them and you are able to spot them when they come on the scene, okay? Because if you're only looking for that Jupiter or only keying into that Juno or only focusing on that North Node, and you miss the moon, right? You may get a little confused. You may say, oh, that's not my spouse, when really that is your spouse, because it's an entire picture, okay? Let me know if you are excited to receive a spouse like this. While you're at it, let me know if there are any planets or points that are conjuncting your moon in the 8th house or moon in Scorpio, and I'll write back to you exactly what that could be meaning for you, all right? So without further ado, I am wishing you all the best. Much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed, okay? Let's say you have moon in the 9th house or moon in Sagittarius. Now this energy, what comes to mind is adventure, okay? Or a little bit of independence and distance and freedom, all right? They will bring that emotionality to the table for you. They will gonna be someone that's very emotionally free or will really want freedom within the relationship or within the emotionality between you two. So let me explain. They will be someone that will really, really value you in them showing you that they trust you, right? You're free to do what you want. You can be out there as long as you come back, or as long as we join forces, right? That'll be a type of way that they are able to show you their emotional nature, is through trust or through shared philosophy, or, you know, through them traveling with you or going on an adventure and discovering new things in life. That is how they're going to show you that they emotionally care for you in this life, okay? Or they're going to really want to inspire you. They're going to really want to teach you something new. You know, when the times get tough, or in the times where you are low, you may find that they will really want to come in and inspire you or give you a pep talk, or have you read a book that they have read in their lives that helped them through something, or they will really want to, you know, reinvigorate your optimism with this type of energy. That is how they're going to show their caring nature towards you with this energy. And this is how they will be. They will be this type of person that they will be naturally optimistic. They will be someone who's very adventurous. They will be someone that's very free. They will not like to be tied down. And if you allow this, I promise you, if you allow them the freedom, they will always keep a tether and a cord back to you, okay? They will always circle back. They will always come back. They won't go too far. They'll venture out, go have their fun, they'll go see the world, they'll do this, they'll do that, but they'll always be texting you. You know, they'll always be checking in, they'll always be sending you a photo of where they are. They'll always, you know, so that is what they will need in this lifetime, or that is what the tone of marriage will be when you have a moon in Sagittarius or a moon in the 9th, okay? They may be almost like a mini teacher, a mini guru, a perpetual scholar at the same time, okay? They will be someone who's endlessly learning, endlessly teaching. The things that they learn, they will want to come and teach you. You know, they will be someone that is always just excited and adventurous, and they will have that type of emotional nature about them. But you must, the key word here is optimism and freedom. You must strike a tone of optimism and freedom and faith with this person, okay? Because if not, if you cling too close, if you constrict them, if you try to put them in a box, if you try to tether them too closely, they will flee, okay? So it's almost like you got to just trust that they will come back, Trust that wherever they go, they won't go too far, and you will actually find that that is going to what's keep them the closest to you. You may actually find that in that nature about you, exuding that they then want to take you on the adventures with them. They will want to say, hey, you know, I've been venturing out and doing this and doing that. You want to come on this trip with me? You want to go to Dubai? You want to go here? You want to go there? You want to go discover this new meal from this culture and the indigenous land? You know, like they will be that type of person where if you give them freedom, they will return. Okay, so that is the type of energy and the type of nature that they will bring to you in life. All right, and that will be the layers to your spouse. Now, listen, we've gone over multiple analyses as to the complex layers of your spouse, right? We've gone over Jupiter as being your spouse. We've gone over Juno as being your spouse. We've even gone as far and deep as to go through the North Node to uncover and decipher layers as to who your fated spouse is gonna be, okay? This moon video is no different, okay? I want you to add this into the bucket. I want you to add this into the analysis of the complex human in which you are going to attract. There's a lot of people out there who in the comments will say, wait, this negates that or this. No, they don't negate any of them. They add on to, all right? You are going to attract a multifaceted human being. And just like yourself, right? You are not one way all the time. So will the person that you will attract. And if we think in a way of, oh, you know, my person's only gonna be a Jupiter in this, or my person's only gonna be a Juno in that, you will miss the person when they come on the scene, okay? Because you're only looking for one thing, all right? It's very important that in astrology you are able to get the full picture of who the fated spouse is. And the moon adds just yet again another layer that is meant to go on top of the analysis of Juno, the analysis of Jupiter, and the analysis of the North Node, okay? So, without further ado, let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you are excited to receive a spouse that carries this type of emotional nature and emotional vibe and emotional energy. I would also be very curious to know if there are people out there who are already married and if their partner carries this vibe about them a little bit. You know, do they have that kind of freedom streak to them, or they want adventure, or, you know, they want to learn with you, or they want to inspire you. Let me know if you have a spouse like that or someone in your life who fits that archetype. Let me know in the comments below, because that might be your person. All right, so without further ado, I'm wishing you all the best, much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye. Let's say you have a moon in Capricorn or moon in the 10th house. Now this energy is going to make for a very serious type of partner, okay? Your partner's emotionality is going to be one that is very serious, okay? They're going to be very, very dutiful. They're going to be very disciplined. They're going to be very goal-oriented in nature. You know, they're going to be someone that is very stern even, or a little bit strict at times, okay? This is the type of spouse that you're going to receive. They're going to be someone that really takes themselves seriously, and they're going to take the relationship very seriously, and they're going to take you very seriously, and they're going to take the union very seriously. You know, they may be very old at heart or wise in spirit, okay? And they may even feel that way as well. They may have a vibe of just of like a father, if that makes sense. They will feel like that. They will just feel, and that will bring a certain sense of security towards you as well, because you will know that they are serious, okay? They're not for play, as the kids say. These types of energies of moon in Capricorn or moon in the 10th, these people are going to be very ambitious, very serious, and they're going to take what they are doing. If they are with you, if they are in your face, if they are wasting time, because time for them is money, right? Do know that they're taking you seriously. Okay, and you're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that sense of seriousness and maturity. That's the word. You're gonna feel that sense of maturity about them, all right? And that is what they're gonna bring the vibe of into the relationships. That's the vibe they're gonna carry. That's the tone in which the marriage is gonna be centered around a little bit, okay? And you may at times feel that they can be a bit unemotional or not as emotional as you'd like them to be. You know, they will carry that vibe a little bit where they'll be a little bit stoic, or, you know, a little bit like uptight a little bit, where you say, hey, like relax a little bit. But that is who they will be, all right? You will know that the bills will be paid, things will be taken care of, and everything's all right. And that is one thing that you will feel for sure from this person, all right? So that is the type of partner that you are going to receive. That this is going to be a little bit of more of the layers and who they will be and how they will come out as when you attract them. And so You know, this moon video is just to add on to the layers, the adding on to the complex nature of your spouse and who they will be, okay? So we've gone over the Jupiter is your spouse, we've gone over the Juno is your spouse, we've even gone as deep as to go into the North Node to uncover layers as to who your spouse will be, okay? And so definitely go check out those videos on my channel, but I have been getting some comments on my videos, and people have been saying, oh no, like, you know, this negates that, and this. No. Listen, you are going to attract a multifaceted human being. And as you know, no one is one way all the time, right? And so if you are out here only looking for a person that is matching your Jupiter sign, or someone that is only gonna match your Juno sign, you will lead yourself astray, and you may miss the partner when they come into your life because you're only looking for one thing, okay? And that's impossible. You're attracting a human being, so they will be someone who's very multifaceted. And so this video, I want you to add on to the analysis of what you have already discovered from those other videos as to who your spouse will be and what they will carry, because this will be very important. All right, this will be the emotionality, the vibe that they're going to carry within them. All right, it will. So yeah, that is what I have for you. So let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you are excited to receive a spouse like this. Let me know if you already have a spouse and they carry somewhat of a stern nature or a serious tone to who they are, or towards the relationships or towards you. Let me know. And let me know if there are any unique points or planets that are hugging or close to your moon, and I'll write back to you in the comments below what that can mean for you around the emotionality of your spouse, okay? So without further ado, I really enjoyed offering this information to you. I will see you on the next video. You have a blessed day. Bye. Let's say you have a moon in Aquarius or a moon in the 11th house. Okay, do know that the emotionality of your spouse may feel first and foremost like friendship, okay? The vibe, the tone that they're gonna carry, the nature of who they are, do know that they are going to feel like a friend first, okay? They may be someone that is very community based, okay, or community driven or humanitarian driven. You know, they're going to be someone that really values that part about themselves. They may even be a bit eccentric or surprising at times with this energy, all right? They will be someone who really does value community, you know, and humanitarian efforts and making the world around them a better place. They will really value this. And you may also feel that there can be a surprising tone to their nature at times as well, that even though they will be one way for the majority of times, sometimes there may be spurts of you being a bit surprised about who they are or what they feel, if that makes sense, or them sharing what they feel can surprise you at times. Because, you know, when you do have an Aquarius moon, the partner that you will attract will somewhat be a little bit aloof. They will be a little vacant emotionally, just a little bit. Not saying that they don't feel anything, but they may really stifle their emotions, or they may really hold back on their emotions, and they may be a bit stoic. They may be a little stone-faced, and even though there's a lot going on in their emotionality, they may retreat or they may pull back quite often, right? In order to, you know, regulate themselves with this energy. And so you may perceive that as them being, you know, unemotional or distant or aloof, but it's not that. And you will find that in them wanting to be your friend, that is how they show their emotions towards you. That is how they show their loyalty to you. You're gonna feel like their best friend. You are gonna feel like, you know, when your friends ask you about your spouse, you're gonna say, wow, you know, this person just feels like my friend. I can't explain it. They feel like a best friend that I've always had since childhood. Like, that is what it will feel like more than anything. Okay, you may also feel that this person will want a sense of freedom. They will want a sense of freedom, a sense of friendship. They may even desire a bit of an unconventional setup within the relationship that allows you both freedom, that allows you both to go out and explore and be individual people. They will want to be an individual in a union, if that makes sense. They will not want to mesh too closely. And in your ability to allow them to be an individual and allow them to, you know, be free, you will actually find that this keeps them loyal to you, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is the type of vibe and emotionality that they're going to bring to you when you get them, all right? So we've gone over many layers as to who your spouse will be, all right? This is yet again just another layer of who your spouse will be and the complex human that you will attract into your life. You know, we've gone over Jupiter is your spouse on my channel. We've gone over Juno is your spouse on your channel where you'll meet them. We've gone over what else? We've even gone as far as to go into the North Node is your spouse, okay, and how you'll meet them. And so listen, astrology is a complex and multifaceted art, and so will the person you attract, okay? Because so are you. You see, none of us are one way all the time. And it would behoove you to think that your partner is only going to be a Jupiter, this type of energy, okay? Or they're only gonna be a Juno in that type of energy, or they're only gonna be a North Node in that type of energy. No, you must take each one of those analysis and mesh them together, because that is going to be the overall the personality of your partner. That's going to be the overall tone of your partner. They're going to be multifaceted. And so I want you to take this video and add that into the bucket of the full story of who your partner is going to be, because that way when they do enter your life, you won't miss them. You will know exactly what to look for, okay? Because if you're only looking for that Jupiter, only looking for that Juno signature, you might miss them, okay? Because you're only looking for that one thing, whereas they will be multifaceted. They will have many layers to who they will be, okay, and what they will bring to the table within your marriage, within your union. All right, so let me know if you are excited to receive a very eccentric and different and unconventional partner like this, someone who really values friendship and freedom more than anything, okay? Let me know if you are excited to receive a partner who will have big goals, who will have big dreams, and who will want to share those big goals and dreams with you, no matter how eccentric, okay? And let me know if you already have someone in your life who kind of fits this script, or who you think kind of fits this emotional nature a little bit, okay? Don't get discouraged within this particular moon sign's energy. This partner is going to be very different in the way that they love. They're going to be very different in the way that they show care. They may be a bit distant. They may be hard to read, but do know that if they are in your life, if they are spending time with you, if they are there, then they care, because they could be anywhere else with that moon in Aquarius, okay? They could be anywhere else, trust me. Even if they're just at home by themselves, they would rather be that than to be in anyone's auric field, if that makes sense, all right? So that is for my moon in Aquariuses, or my moon in the 11th housers, all right? So let me know if there's anything close to your moon. Let me know if there's anything conjuncting your moon in the 11th house or in Aquarius. Let me know in the comments below, and I'll write back to you exactly what that could mean for you and your spouse in the tone of marriage. And without further ado, I am wishing you all the best, much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye. Let's say you have a moon in Pisces or a moon in the 12th house. This relationship is going to be quite mysterious, okay? Quite spiritual is what I can say. Your partner is going to be someone that brings the vibe of nebulousness and mystery and divine, you know, intervention. They're gonna walk with the stars, so to speak. They're gonna be someone that really is quite spiritual, quite healing, quite introspective. You may find that they will be someone that may keep their emotions under wraps until you really get to know them, or they will be someone that is very spiritual in nature, very healing in nature. They will really want to heal you on a very deep, intuitive way, if that makes sense. They will really want to come in and heal those hidden parts of yourself, okay? You may even find that this partner will be someone that may want to hide in the relationship. Like they're not going to be the people that want to be outside or to be shown off on Instagram, or, you know, shown off or paraded. They're gonna be someone that's a little low key. They're gonna wanna do things a little, you know, behind the scenes. They're not gonna really want much like that, if that makes sense, okay? Now, that is the type of emotional vibe and the tone of marriage in which you will get with this type of partner when you have a moon in the 12th house or a moon in Pisces, one that is centered around spirituality, one that is centered around like joint healing. You may even feel that this partner is going to be fated or very spiritually, divinely ordained, right? This could even be past life lover type of energy, okay? Your partner could bring past life lover type of energy towards you, or towards the tone of marriage, or towards, you know, the vibe around in which they bring to the marriage, or towards you. How they are going to share that they care for you is going to be kind of you know, in a roundabout way. It is gonna come in a little bit of a mysterious way of how they care. But one clear way is gonna be if they share their fears with you, if they share their trauma with you, if they share their spiritual nature with you, you know, if they share their isolation with you. That's a big one. You know, if they really want to share their times where they're just bed rotting or they're just, you know, hiding from the world, if they share that with you, that's how they're gonna show you that they care for you. Okay, that they really deeply care for you, all right? It's when they bring you into their isolative cocoon or their isolative world, all right? So this is gonna be definitely a spiritual union, definitely a fated and past life type of union, maybe even a twin flame union with this energy of the moon in the 12th house or in Pisces, okay? So do be cognizant of that. Now, we have gone over very many layers on my channel as to who and where you'll find your spouse. You know, we've gone over Jupiter is your spouse, we've gone over Juno is your spouse, we've even gone over North Node and extrapolated and uncovered information from the North Node to discover who your spouse will be. And do know that each of these analysis and each of these videos are meant to work in tandem. They're meant to add on to the complex human and picture in which you will receive in life, okay? Because as we know, humans are multifaceted, and it will behoove you to think that your partner is only going to be a Jupiter in what's its name. You know, it will behoove you to think that, you know, you're only going to get a partner that's a Juno in this, all right? And you will find that if you are thinking that way when it comes to astrology and the person comes into your midst, you might miss this person because you may only be looking for them to have that Jupiter in this or that Juno in that. No, when it comes to astrology, please understand that this paints an entire picture of the multifaceted human being in which you will attract, okay? And this moon video is no different. I want you to take this moon analysis and throw it into the bucket of who the partner will be, what they will bring to the table, the emotional essence of the partner, and how they will be in life, okay? Because that way, when they do come into your life, you won't miss them because you'll be able to check for each marker. You'll be able to say, oh, yep, they got that, they got that, they got that. All right, so I just been getting a lot of comments sometimes from certain people who say, oh, well, this negates that and this negates that and this. No. These things add on to each other. They are a big gumbo soup of who your partner will be and the complex person in which you will attract into your life. Because as we know, none of us are ever one way all the time. You aren't even one way all the time, okay? So this is that type of energy that I just wanted to offer you. All right, so let me know if you are excited for this type of energy or this type of spouse that you're gonna receive. You're gonna receive a very tender, healing, spiritual, and fated type of partner, okay? They're gonna really bring this type of spiritual essence to the table. They're gonna be very, very woo-woo, very spiritual, all right? You know, maybe even very bohemian a little bit, but let me know if you're excited to receive this type of partner. Let me know if there are any planets or points that are close by your moon, because that will also add into the layer of your fated spouse. All right, and so without further ado, I am wishing you all the best, much prosperity and abundance. You take care and be blessed. Bye.